Hello. Hello. How are you? Forgot to use the microphone. Are you able to hear my voice? Okay. All right. Well, today's idioms. First one is to hold over. It means to continue something. Postpone. Okay, so that means to keep going on. Another one is to make something late. All right. For example, let's say, let's hold over the discussion of the problem until the next meeting. Okay, another sentence. Okay. Because of the movie was so popular, means many people enjoyed and liked them and repeated watching that. So the managers and the owner and the workers of that particular movie theater, that was in Beverly Hills in California. As a matter of fact, that's truth. Anyway, they decided to hold it over for another week, which eventually became another month, and they ended up for another year. So one movie was shown in this particular movie theater over a year, perhaps 3 times a day, every day. And that film won the Academy's Foreign Film Award. And I could understand why. It's quite interesting because I think, a teenager. And I was in France. I watched this French movie. And when I came back to the United States, I was suggested my friend that he would go and see the movie because it was fun. And he said, well, I don't know where this movie is on, where, what theater, or where. And a few weeks later, he just called me and, oh, I found out that a movie that you were talking about that you watched in France, it's on this particular theater in the Beverly Hills, and it is a private movie theater. So, okay, so we went there again together to watch this particular movie. And it's so popular because when we went there, they're going to show this movie for just 1 week. So we'd better hurry up and not miss the movie. Then next week, it was still on. And they extended for another month. And oh my goodness, probably they're going to be on for maybe 3 months or so. But ended up for a year, 1 whole year. So anyway, that's a good memory. Now, that's to hold over. Another idiom is to turn over. Well, I think there are 2 different meanings to it. One is to invert, or place upside down. The other meaning is to transfer to another, like a business is turned over. For example, traditionally, okay, if a couple parents had the let's say something like hotel business, and they have children, and traditionally the oldest girl or boy who would take it over. So those parents would transfer this business to their children. So that is turning over the business to my children, something like that. Okay, for example, there was a news that's a camping car turned over twice before falling into the ocean and killed the whole family members in it. Isn't that tragedy? Okay. I sometimes tell my students the handouts that I just have given to you has both sides printed. So after finishing doing the problems on the first page, turn it over and do the second page, something like that. Have you seen what you call them? I think it's snapping beetles, flipping beetles, whatever. That's insects, little ones, just like your fingernail. And when you put those insects upside down on the table or surface of anything, soon they flip back and land on their feet on the table or the surface. And when they do it, it makes snapping sound. It's quite interesting. Well, I haven't seen them for a long, long time now. I don't know if they have them in Japan. Where did I see them? In Australia, Malaysia, California, Hawaii, Florida, Paris, London, Cannes, Germany. Really? I don't remember. But they exist. That's turnover. Let's say, yes, I had a Canadian friend, and she was a quite good businesswoman, and on school, cultural school, well, it's a language school, and she decided to turn over the business. Well, simply she was doing it here in Japan, Yokohama City, but then she wanted to do her business back home in Vancouver, Canada. And Mr. K bought the business and took the business over from her. So that's what happened. Or another one is, let's say, Mr. K turned over Mr. B's work to me when Mr. B left and went away for good. But while I was doing the job that Mr. B was doing, is temporarily that I decided to fill in the places. Sometimes those kind of things, especially small companies. Today's words. Okay, the first one is emerge. There are some mysteriously beautiful rivers or creeks in the world, which is the result of two streams merge. and let's say substance in the stream mixed, emerge in a way. So that's a chemical reaction. Okay, emerge means come out, or come up, or come into view. So let's say another word, another sentence using emerge. Yes, small herbivores, animals such as little wild hares or mice have to emerge from well, the hole or the entrance, through the entrance or exit of their nests or dens when the predatory or predators, that's the animals, they're hunters, approached very quickly. So, okay, the last food today is jagged. It means with sharp pointing, sticking out, or unevenly cut surface, gunky or bumpy, something like that. For example, it's an enormous job to smooth the surface of diamond, right? Because diamonds are very hard. Or even the sharpest knives, their edges are not smooth, but jagged. Okay, that's all for today. Happy Halloween. Take care of yourself. See you next time. Bye for now.